Quick, like and subscribe in the next 4 seconds if you want good luck every day this week.
We got Benji up on the top, Mongraal down below. The old trio partners going head to head.
But Mongraal in specific, I mean, this guy was a monster. How many elims was that? More than you could even count, and the way that he did it was ridiculous.
Hey, Fortnite Moments fans! Want more V-Buck giveaways? Make sure to use code BEAST in the item shop. And we'll continue to give out redemption codes just like this. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on post notifications so you don't miss out.
Well, guys, it is time to hop back into games. Let's send it back over to our eyes in the sky. Clay, Shy, take it away.
The weather's really nice up here, not gonna lie. It's a cool breeze, everything's looking nice, and I feel like Reason's right up here with me at number 1 after game 2, now going into game 3.
Absolutely amazing play from Reason. It just dominating the leaderboard, and it shows 10 points away from Kesix. He's really going to have a lot of pressure going into these next games to keep that up and to keep playing his game plan and to not let that pressure affect what he wants to do, coming into this game. Again, Artox not letting the games affect him. He's continuing up his early retail row domination with these shots. The peanut butter peak, going to get that one, and turns out Pop does just not like peanut butter.
Pop just gets smoked right there, and the big thing to notice is Artox. You're talking about people getting affected. He is the number 1 player to just get these traps set up, not really make it to many end games towards those maybe 8th, 9th zones, but be there just enough in these early and mids to take out people near the top 10. Last game, I believe we saw it was Savage who got taken out. This game now, we're seeing Pop get taken out at the POI, so whether you're trying to combat him very early on or just trying to move by him later on in the game, it's very difficult. Artox will be that ultimate barrier to get by in the early game. Scuff, though, we're following through with him too, where he wants to be. This is Weeping Woods. Once again, we saw the biggest snipes come out of this POI or just around it when people are trying to fight. You stay still for half a second, you get taken out. These points you're looking at, 13. Any double digits now are going to be kind of near the top 20. You want to be pushing towards the higher threshold of the teens, maybe 17, 19 to be in the top 10.
And they talked about how that's not that many points separating that top 10, right? It's a couple elims and a couple placement points, which are going to be easy to get if you're not fighting off spawn like Jerky and Scuff are here. Scuff already very, very low. The shots coming through here from Jerky, who has just got him down to about 1 shot remaining. Scuff is going to be able to pop the mini shields there, and it will turn the tide back a little bit for him. But again, this side is taking way too long, and that's one of the things in solos with fights is you need to end them quickly, like there. Jerky does finally capitalize onto him, but that fight took very, very long, and now it's going to impact his looting potential here as what he's able to get. Players are rotating in nearby as well. He's got to worry about that. And it just, again, solos, you want to take it. Oh, Rezon is eliminated.
First place, again, taken out, does not have a chance to have a saying in the final 1v1, in any spot at all. Rezon is gone in game 3. And now people like Benji Fishy, like Kesix, Thomas HD, Flick, can all take a spot there at the throne, because the king is out of the castle.
And Splat gonna find a player, 4ZR, out in the middle of nowhere, just swimming and chilling out. He's having a vibe.
I mean, I know he's used to being at the Shark in Storm 24/7, but you don't have to swim to it, my friend. You can find it by waiting. All good though. Easy for Richard. I believe we have a replay for Rezon and exactly how he got eliminated, how the first place person got taken out. Here's the fight. Clay, break it down for me.
Yeah, already low HP. Tried to pop another mini. He's in a bad spot. The edit not in his favor. He hits 2 big tags, but I believe this is Flexi taking him down there. He was solo. You see, effectively was 22 HP. That was just so close in Rezon's favor, but unfortunately falling.
I said the weather might have been nice when the game first started out with Rezon, but now rain and sadness as he has to just wait. You have to remember these are set lobbies for the next match to start up again. A different look for Savage. He's picking up an elimination in the feed. A different look for this game entirely as there's 88 people alive once again. Link, we saw him take up some nice, easy pickings in I think every single game thus far. Here's another one he can possibly get. Dodging a no-scope. Very nice. We're looking to end the fight.
And Savage just picked up another elimination. He's turning up. We talked about how Benji's turning online. Mongraal needs to turn online. Savage is turning online this game. This, again, we've seen it in the back half of games. This is game number 3, right? We got a couple more to go after that. But usually he turns on the back when he's turning online early, and that stands really, really good here for Savage's. Link does pick up the elimination there. Talking about showing up, Rezon did not have any back-to-back top 5 games throughout all of the FNCS Invitationals. Through today's first 2 rounds, he's now placed 4th, 1st in his first 2 games.
Yeah, but now because of this game, everything is perfectly balanced as all things should be. He's taken out. So maybe he sees another game where he can just find the courage to step all the way up, get towards another top 5. But for now, he's going to have to relax, see exactly what he can do. Play with the ebb and flow of playing these tournaments, right? Zeke's hitting it home really hard towards these analyst desk segments. It's all about, you know, these players have played 14 games up to this point. This is like their 15th, 16th, plus more games. I can round off all the numbers up to 20, but you know what I mean. Our talks can round up this game and take it home. Realish, oh my God, just jumping down. I'm not sure if he heard him or he didn't, but that's an easy one charge pump shot to the head.
That is exactly what the player needed. They needed an elimination to get the ties back in their favor, to turn their game around, and now they can start moving as we move over to Sweaty Sands, and another POI that's had some changes throughout the season, now finally back to its normal self. Of course, you know, some debris scattered here and there. Arion here looking to use these whirlpools to get out of dodge and get away. Again, this area was that one big whirlpool. We are near Coral Castle there. Wonder if he was able to loot it up, but now just flying away. Only 6 points right now. Definitely needs to turn online.
Yeah, no placements out just yet, so I believe the point differential for Reason up at first and Kezix at second is 10 points. Reason at 35, Kezix at 25. You can see with the format on the top right. For placement, you can get 14 points in total. So I believe if Kezix maybe hits top 10, he'll be caught up and ready to go, maybe top 5. A victory royale will work bounds for him, but eliminations just like this, like Arion's getting 2. If somehow he gets a combination of both, maybe 3 eliminations, 15th place overall, he can be tied for Rezon, but still a big game that a lot of players will have to go forward. That's just Kezix's story. Benji Fishies is about a little bit further behind. I believe 13, not even more, almost 20 points away from first place. Reason's kind of put his mark down to stay in first. This will be a big hill to climb for a lot of people.
Savage has even bigger hill to climb. Only at 13 points. We saw 35 points was that number. So you do the quick math there. 22 points for Savage. Not something that, you know, is insurmountable here for him. It says he's now turning online. He's actually changing up. He's playing a little bit. Shots come through. Does get a tag, but now going to disengage. Almost getting sniped there yet again. Is actually just going to go ahead and base up. And he says, you know what? I'm a little too aggressive. I need to calm down. I need to sit and relax and just get a lay of the land and see what's going on around, and now has decided to back up and disengage.
This is closer towards the top left corner of the map. I believe we're going to be shifting over into Salty Springs right here, but we switch tides over to the edge of the entire Fortnite circle. Weather's looking pretty nice here too, Clay. Eigel, Marauders in sight. He's going to choose to fight him.
And what he doesn't know is he does now know there's a player. There's time coming through, and smart recon. He does not do enough recon of his surroundings and just trying to fight Marauders out in the open. And that's, you know, every action has an equal opposite reaction, right? You don't build around you, you're going to get sniped. And there you go. Now you're back to the lobby waiting for this game to finish out.
I mean, I get it, right? Because it's kind of the edge of the map. He's cleared out his POI. No one really rotates up into Steamy, especially this early into the game. but you always got to be careful. You always got to invest the mats for protection, especially that early. Regardless, this is the second place POV at authority, and Kha'Zix will look to take some away from this game to get first, but it's 10 points that he needs. Remember, the magic number for this game to hit for everyone is 35. Reasons out of game number 3, he has no chance of upping that number. Kha'Zix is only 10 away.
A dangerous rotation on that zip line there. The best one and the quickest one to take, but easy to get sniped off. He does, however, pick up those crash pads inside the vault, restocking him. Only had one before he went in. That is not what you want to see going into this mid-game right now, as shots are being taken towards him. He's looking very, very good, but a lot of players nearby. He's got to be careful about that. As we move over here to the lawnmower himself, Raisin Mayor, has Savage Redix trying to run away. And look, the shot's going to come through, not being found out there. Savage Redix is going to have to fight in zone, but he's got the loadout to do it. He's got floppers. He's got slurpfish. He's going to just pop him up. Crash right into the box. Shots coming on through, and he is hitting him, but it wasn't enough. Raisinmeyer is going to take them down.
Raisinmeyer might be the expert of mid-game fighting, because so far there's no chance anyone's stopping him. Even with the surffish and floppers, he's in that box, has pistols underway. I don't think that Redix expected that fast of a fight to break down. All good, though. He'll rotate straight into zone, and we'll get another POV of Mongraal now. Not too late into the game. His rotation beside Frenzy Farm / Lazy Lake.
And again, he's got Ocean's loot. The Mythic Burst AR and the Mythic Bottomless Chug Jug there in his inventory is going to be really good here for him. This is helping him turn the tides in his favor.
Yeah, it seems like this is the second game we're seeing it with 0 eliminations. It's looking like an uncontested Fortilla for Mongraal, and that's huge. I mean, right now we're not seeing too much out of it. It might have been a switch over in game 2 possibly, because we're only at 9 points, but to put it in context, that's just 4 behind Savage. That's 2 games away from getting all the way to first if the pattern continues, and whoever wins the previous game gets taken out in the game that follows. We saw it with Kha'Zix in game 1 to game 2, and now Reason in game 2 to game 3. If he wins this one, this could be huge. Has a Pepper 2. Remember that Chug Jug is bottomless, and this is one of the most lethal ARs in the game when it connects. Body shots or headshots, doesn't matter.
And you'd want it to be in the hands of Mongraal if you're a fan. He's got an insane control over these ARs. Shots coming through. He's going to take down Kean Ray, who was, there. And I talked about his aim, and it came through. Mongraal said, you know what, Clay, I want to show off a little bit. Now picking up that Elim. Portilla may have been uncontested, but this area is not. Quavado down there as well. May have the caddy launcher there. May be a play that could be made. Mongraal turning up right now as Kha'Zix is in a fight, and he needs to get out of this. This is a fight for first place. He's very, very low. Luckily, the third party came in. Playwell is going to get tagged up. Kha'Zix with a very, very greedy edit, though. The shots coming through. He's got to be careful with that core nearby as well. Snipes could come through and instantly send him back to the lobby. As you see, effectively 134 HP. One headshot will take him down. He's used a lot to get out, and he's going to be able to get out. He's going to manage to disengage her now. See what it holds.
I mean, he's playing 2 different sides of this game. It's Storm Surge that's going to be active very soon. So, actually, it is active right now. So, many players are getting straight into boxes looking for fights. Kha'Zix goes down. So, second place cannot take over first in game 3. Akis, who's at 3 points, not really close to that top spot, gets his game started. But more importantly, now there's so much more room for people like Benji Fishy, who was right behind Kha'Zix, like Thomas HD, to hit more snipes to get towards first. 35 is still the point to beat for number 1, but now number 2 is also solidified. I believe it's 26 points in total that you can take to become the runner-up. Kylix, who was in 7th place, boosts up to 6 after game number 2, but he's low too. He gets taken out at 17 points. There's a slew of people almost tied with him who are looking for not only his spot, but to take it even more towards the top.
And if you're one of those competitors that's in this game and you saw Rezon go down, you saw Kha'Zix go down, you're saying, this is my game. I have got this. The top is free. I am good to go. Benji now can churn online. This is a miracle run. This is what he needs. The setup is there. Benji, again, we talked about, has a fast start. Is Kylix unfortunately going to get sniped there? That has been the story of this season. Sniper shot, sniper shot, sniper shot going through. Vevi going to be the one to take him down. That is not what he wanted to do, but, you know, unfortunately, the sniper shot just too much, and he couldn't overcome it.
I'm getting another report in right now. If you're in the top 10, this game, the weather outside is dangerous. You do not want to be outside your box. You do not want to be taking risks. Hench, 8th place. Could he be the next person to go down? We've only seen 3 or 4 people time and time again just get taken out. So you got to be very careful. The next portion of the game, that's the most dangerous, is that half and half, the storm surge around it. The Hen has to get past that. Savage is still active, though. This could be his game to take things over with. This is possible for anyone. So it's crazy, Clay. It's just crazy.
And this is what happens in a solos invitational. You're not there with your duo. You don't have anybody just to help you if you make a small mistake. As Hen is going to get an elimination there with the sniper. Just a quick little shot there. You know, throwing it back to the shot we just saw. Both of them quick hunting rifle shots. Hen was in a very good spot, and now starting to move up again as well. This is really good. He popped off in game number 1, did not have a game number 2. Now, coming into game number 3, he's doing very, very well. You talked about Mr. Savage, and we mentioned it earlier. Mr. Savage's performance in game 3 of the past 3 majors he's played in. 5th, 2 elims. 6th, 3 elims. 8th, 3 elims. So these are the games that Mr. Savage turns around and turns online, and that's what we've seen him do time and time again. But the issue is Mongraal, Benji, Moraine, all the big names are here. They're still alive.
They are indeed, and here's the man of the hour in his own box. With a free slot, too, to look at. But 6 crash pads. Now, we've seen these items in action before. It just means you have free reign of rotating really fast in endgames of every single variety. Mountains, rivers, doesn't matter. The caveat or the catch being that you're very, very exposed. You got to remember, too, that these crash pads don't work on these triangular pyramid edits in boxes. That is what Savage is standing on right now if he wants to move in a diagonal way. Has to be careful not to waste them there. There's Thomas HD blocking off an RPG.
It looks like he wasn't able to block a lot of shots off his 73 HP. Is not where you want to be sitting. Now, he does, again, have a sniper, and we mentioned it. He is probably, and I'm comfortable saying, the best sniper in the European region. Every time there's a sniper in that man's hand, he is going to get an elimination. But this time, he's actually going to get eliminated by 7-Tor.
It's over for him. There's no chance. And that's another person in the top 10. It's storming outside. I can hear the thunder rumbling. It's free for people to move up in game number 3. And it's 7-Tor that's paving the way, being the rain on every box, being the beam that takes these people out. Benji Fishy at risk too. Gets the shot down onto Noah, but he's also out of shields. This is almost the entire top 10 not in this game. I believe it's just Moraine, BL Hen, Mick, Link, and Benji who are left. Not sure where Flick is, but we'll see what works. Pistols in the hand of Jur.
And you painted it perfectly. This story is setting Benji up for what he needs. If he's able to get into 2nd place, maybe even into 1st, that is going to be such a huge motivator for him. It's going to get him everything he needs because he is a confident player. But once he sees what place he's in, once he knows exactly where he is on that leaderboard, he's just going to turn the line. And Flick just went down as well. This is looking better and better and better for Benji.
Benji is now the new captain of this lobby. 3rd place is actually who might be able to take 1st. 18 points over for Jur. He's also getting close to that 2nd place mark. He's kind of found his way all the way over to the top. So many different players, though. Tayson here, Janice actually, was the person who won that Solos Invitational, but will not be here to actually have a say in the 1st round of qualifiers in round 3. It'll be his dual partner instead, who will look to cement himself further on in overall solos. We'll see exactly what he does. Regardless, Savage still alive.
Savage still is alive, as well as Mongraal in this game. We do see Frostroki taking down a player there in the feed. His zone going to impact a lot of players. It's actually going to pull towards almost everyone. There's no one really going to be on that far side of zone that they have to rotate through. Lucia here, crash pads, extra mats as well. Does have that launch pad in his inventory. Can easily rotate in here. Big zone coming through. We do have storm surge are going to be effective as well. 13 players need to fall. Again, the story. Benji has got a free ride into the top spot as long as he's able to get the eliminations, to get the placements. Mongraal's in this game. Marines in this game. We've seen a lot of players go down already that were near the top. Marizon, Pezix down. Tayson going to pick up an elimination. Loki going to get eliminated there as well. Razumi in this game getting elimination. Nate going down. Lucia's going to find a player on the backside. Shot's going to come through. Flygon going to go down. AR Buffo is going to be on the other side, going down to Hin, who's having a great game. Launchpad will come through and hopefully get that player where they need to go. As crash pads are now going to be used. We do see Benji flying through. Mid-ground is where he operates perfectly and where he is at his best. 73, he's actually got the shockwave launcher. He's got the charge shotgun as well. So picking up a huge elimination. Benji now could run away. We said it. The story is Benji. The story is him. And this is exactly what he needs to do. Find these impact eliminations and find this impact loot. And he's done it. He's gotten the caddy launcher. He's gotten the caddy shotgun there. He's got everything in his inventory. The arsenal is there. The tools, the shockwave, the crash pads that are going out. He's not playing for height just yet. He is looking in that mid-ground. Now looking towards height. Could go for it again. As Benji looking around, continuously just being aware of his entire surrounding. Shots coming through. He gets take down Tayson as he gets another elimination. Dropped in a box he doesn't want to be in. Shockwave's going to throw a player off. He's still in that box. He's shockwaving in his own. He'll have it for now. We'll be able to just get out of this engagement, and this is beautiful. We haven't seen Mongraal go down, though, so he's still in this game as well. The old duo partners back facing each other here in this solo competition. Benji, not a lot of builds remaining. He's going to need an impact frag. Marine is going to fall there as well. Again, haven't seen Hen, haven't seen them fall. Shockwave's going to go through. They are going to throw him up into the air. We'll see if he's going to be able to use those and impact them. Not sure exactly if he's going to be able to. We'll see exactly what happens there. Benji now...
All right, we'll see exactly what happens. We have Mongraal, Benji both fighting for the top spot. The zone's going all the way up towards the top side of the map. Benji has used so many shockwave launchers up to this point. The weather, the winds are picking up for him. It's him against Slove all the way up top, but Andy's the one landing all the way down below too. He skips the engagement. He gets up top again. His builds are completely out though. Lusha all the way in front. He's just trying to hippity hop and stay up top. He blocks one person down. The beam next to the charge is not possible for it to connect. It's a top 7 scenario now for everyone. Mongraal down below has no HP. Benji just trying to bide his time. Did get a...
What's going on, guys? Sorry about that. We had Shy and Clay drop. We're going to cast the end of this game. We got Benji Bishi up on the top, Mongraal down below. The old trio partners going head-to-head. Sundown, are you here with me, brother?
I'm here with you. You can see Benji in the top right-hand corner, Mongraal in the bottom right-hand corner, Link on the low ground, working between the two. The Rise of the Titans, you can see, trying to challenge up, but Benji holding on with just barely a sliver of HP. One Storm Tick will be enough, but he gets turned over, and now it's Mongraal's match to try and take over. He's on the low ground and being pressured from below. 0 builds left, so it's all going to come down to the gun skill. Sees the player dropping down. First 15 shield tag comes through. 33 tag comes up. Mongraal follows it up. 7 elims, not a build in sight, but he's not stressing it at all. We see the fossil, and we see a nice little jig coming out of him there, as we get a nice look at the end game for match number 3, where all of the top players, as Shayo said, just dropped down and got taken out, and everyone was able to capitalize. Now we're going to jump back on over with myself, Zeke, and Bala as we break down the midway point of the action. Gentlemen, that was intense.
We have to take a look. I believe you guys have put together a package for us to take a look at. Because these three Titans, we can never forget about these guys, right? They're always waiting in the water.
And right here in particular, you talk about waiting in the water. Savage making sure he builds out one extra tile. That's the difference of being in that shallow enough water and not taking the fall damage from above, and then puts the clean tack shots to work to take out Jason, and then he's able to immediately rotate around and catch off Micken up off guard. You can see him deploying through the crash pads, doing everything he can to get away, but his ears are on fire. He has that chili pepper running, and he's able to hit nice AR shots across. But Benji, again, we talked about the mid game and the prowess of those mythic items if you are able to catch up to him. And Benji putting the crash pads plus the shockwave launcher to work and just raining terror on the rest of the lobby.
This is ridiculous. When you have all three of these guys activated like they are, they will storm through like a hurricane. And oh my goodness, that shot from Benji, ridiculous. And to get out of a situation like that, yes, obviously has Kit shockwave launcher to fall back on, but still the composure there, and then the knockdown follow up on the player in front of him, and it's down, and still Benji connects. Still he survives with the 4 elims, and then switching over to Mongraal. Benji ended in 4th place in that game, but you'll see him at the top of the leaderboard when we look. Mongraal also had a similar game, and they're taking out Savage in 16th place to kind of cut that hurricane short.
And I mean, he just absolutely runs through the lobby. And I think one of the biggest parts of Mongraal's loadout is that bottomless chug jug. A lot of people kind of talk, I don't want to say down about it, but don't think it's as useful as some of the others. Enabling him to take these trades in his aggressive playstyle, knowing if he gets this spare time, he's always able to kind of back off and go back to full health. But again, here, Mongraal, we saw it during the World Cup. We've seen it during pretty much every single instance in high-level competitive play. When his back is against the wall, when there are no builds in his inventory, when it comes down to just raw gun skill and knowing where your opponents are, there are few players you want in that position other than the young English lord who is able to clutch up.